Welcome to the Mommy Collective. I'm Paulina Rowe, radio host, TV contributor, writer, and mom of one. This is where ambitious moms come to keep their identity intact while navigating motherhood. Here we talk about the real stuff: career, money, relationships, identity, and everything that gets messy in between. You won't find sugarcoating or cliches. What you will find are unfiltered conversations, real resources, and proof that you don't have to lose yourself to be a good mom. The Mommy Collective is here to remind you can be ambitious, you can take up space, and you can thrive in motherhood and in everything else that makes you, you. Before we get into the episode, make sure you're following the Mommy Collective on Facebook, TikTok, and Instagram, and share this podcast with a mommy in your life who needs a little inspiration or just a reminder that she's killing it. Also, don't forget to sign up for our newsletter and leave us a review so we can keep showing up and reach every ambitious mom out there doing big things. Let's get into it. Mommy Collective, we are back another episode. I'm so excited for today's guest. I have the one and only Miss Spoiled Latina herself, Yvonne Guidry. How are you today?
I'm great. Thank you for having me.
Thank you for being here. I know you are so busy, and we were just talking offline too about some stuff you got going on. So I'm grateful that you got to come on the pod. So thank you.
Thank you. I know it's been a while.
Yes. No, I'm so excited. I know. I'm over here like 5 years ago, like, hey, girl.
I'm so sorry.
No, I'm just messing.
No, when I saw that, I was like, oh, I need to get with her. So, yes, thank you so much for following up. The follow-up is where the transaction happens.
That's a line right there. And it's a bar. I love it. Yvonne, thank you for being here with us today. So first things first, we wear a lot of hats. And I love moms like you, women like you, because I feel like we just get each other. It's like sometimes I can't really explain what I do because there's just so many parts. And I'm like, I know she'll get me. But before we dive into your story, which I think is so fascinating, by the way, can you give us a little bit of a background about yourself and like being a mom, an entrepreneur, everything that makes you?
Okay, so I guess my background is I am first generation Mexican American. Both my parents are from a little town outside of Monterrey, Mexico. Actually, I am based in Houston, Texas. I started a blog in 2008 out of my love for, I know I don't look like a, just kidding. But yeah, I started a blog in 2008 and it was like my way of sharing my love for fashion, beauty, and entertainment. It was easy, practical, free. I started it on Google. Later on throughout the years, just kind of made a name for myself, started working with different brands who would start sending me things. I became a brand ambassador for a large global brand, a spirits brand here in town, one of 4 of the Latino ambassadors that they created in the whole United States. Wow. So I think that kind of helped me solidify like my name in the city as far as like in real life experiences. But then I continued to grow Spoiled Latina online. So yeah, I've been a blogger. Started off as a blogger, a mommy blogger, a lifestyle blogger. Now we're content creators and influencers. I also have my own. So Spoiled Latina is the brand.
Yes.
It's a name that I thought represented women who are strong, bold, daring, but also feel like self-care and self-respect is at our core. And so, yeah, that's what a Spoiled Latina is. So, I also have a conference called the Spoiled Latina Summit. In 2015, I received a proclamation. I was celebrating my blog's 7-year anniversary here in town.
Wow.
I built so many relationships throughout my tenure that I invited the mayor to my 7-year anniversary, not knowing that he was going to come and proclaim a day in my honor. So super, very grateful. But at that time, I was also traveling to like New York, Miami, LA, learning the business behind blogging and like what that looked like. And also to grow, I really wanted just to learn. But I saw things that were happening in other cities that didn't happen in Houston. And for me, I love the city. I'm a transplant of the city. So I just wanted to, and it embraced me really well, but I really wanted to bring something into this city that was happening in other cities. So when I got proclaimed a day, that's when I was like, oh, this is going to be it. Like, this is where I can reach out to the brands and the people that I've met throughout the years and try to bring it home. So I did. Started in 2016. Now we're in 2026, going on our 11th year, just celebrated 10 years. So yeah, I wear a lot of hats, like you said, as women we do, but it is important to spoil ourselves. And I think that's like the motto right there is life is short, spoil yourself. But yeah, I'm also a mom. I'm married. I've been married. This is going to be my 20th year being married.
Congrats.
Thank you. I know. I should say 10. I'm going to start saying 10.
love it. First of all,
but
how? But like, that's amazing. Like, I'm on my first
yeah,
year and I'm like, whoo, some days I'm like, oh,
yeah.
how are we
Well, I
going to
mean,
get there?
I think as, you know, it's who you want to choose life with,
100%.
so who is there for you when like you look like this and when you don't look like this, when who is going to be there through sickness and in health, for better or for worse. And that's really what it is. So,
Facts, yeah.
but yeah, that's why we are still together. I have a 16-year-old son. I can't believe it.
Wow.
And I'm just busy,
Yeah.
just doing all types of things, but still trying to maintain my love for my brand, my community, my work, and then my family.
I love it. I love it. You wear all the hats and you do it so like flawlessly. I know like everyone says Instagram and this and that is like a highlight reel, but like, no,
it really is.
But it is for sure. But I feel like you do everything well. And I know that carrying a lot of hats can be very difficult. So
yes,
I love that you're doing it on top of being a mom. Like,
yes.
That's one thing.
And then you know what I didn't mention is I also started a nonprofit 2 years ago. It's called Jefita Atrevida.
Oh.
And it's the cutest name. And it's just for us women who are like daring in the pursuit of changing the narrative of like where we came from. And yeah, just being different and daring. My dad always used to say like, las que se atreven son las que ganan. And I'm like, you're right. You'll never know. So just... yeah, so we give back. We give scholarships to first-generation college students and then high school students who can't afford a cap and gown while they're graduating, like when it's time for them to graduate. So, yeah, we come in and fill that gap, and it's super nice. And, yeah, that's what we do.
Well, I love that.
Doing a lot.
Yes, you are. Congrats on everything. So what was, like, your first, if you could recall, kind of going back, when was your first, like, oh, this is a business kind of milestone moment? Like, if you can remember. Because I think when you started probably, like, well, first of all, you're one of the first bloggers. Like, we have to remind people, like, back then, it's not at all what it was today.
Yes. So, gosh. So, I think I would have to say there was a moment when I got called to go to be a judge somewhere. And I asked for a budget. And when I asked for a budget, they were like, no, there's no budget. It's like just for exposure. And was by that time, I was like, I don't really do anything for exposure anymore. Like, call me when there's a budget. And in that same moment, he was like, actually, Hennessy, which is the brand that I started working for, was looking for an ambassador, a Latina. They're starting a Latin initiative program. And is it okay for you to me to put your name in the basket? And I'm like, yeah, like I'm Henny from the block. Like, of course.
Anything is possible. What are you talking about?
Yeah. I was already a fan of the drink. So I think during that time, I felt like I had a little bit of leverage. I said no to one thing, but then I got offered another. And then that next week, I got an interview over the phone like this on Skype. And then I had a meeting in New York, another interview, and then I got hired. So I think for me, that was a really like a pivotal moment in my career where not only was I being seen as Yvonne, like the, Spoiled Latina, the influencer, because obviously they wanted someone who was charismatic, already had a social media presence, is Latina, can speak both languages, is in the community. So I think that's when I was like, oh my gosh, like this is a big deal. I don't know. It was all like, I think that is, I always say that's kind of like my big moment, because even though I did this stuff online and I knew the community, this really immersed me in the city and like identified who was who, in the city. And then it put me on that level of just my network. It grew. I built it. I don't work for them anymore, but I still know the people. And yeah, so I think that's where I found myself like, okay, this is cool. And then after that, I started working with tons of brands online as myself. But yeah.
That's amazing.
I think that was like one of those big moments. My boss was a Dominican. Actually, she just called me today. I'm so proud. Oh. She called me about something else, but that kind of goes back to, again, the relationships that I build. I'm all about relationships and transactions later. But yeah, I think that was one of my moments where I was like, this is cool. And Spoiled Latina grew after that significantly. So
that's so incredible. I want to dive into that about relationships because I'm such an advocate for that.
Yeah.
I married the complete opposite of me. I married like a blue collared guy, very to himself. I mean, I love him so much. He knows that. Like we always plotting on each other. Has 2 friends. Like that's my husband. But you know what? I like him like that. I'm okay with that. And I'm the opposite. I miss like I'm outside. I'm here. I'm there. Yes. So a lot of times I find myself almost like not coaching him, but teaching him a lot of like what I do and what we do in our industry. Because if you're an entrepreneur, if you're in media, like these are very important skills to have, right? 100%. So what is your advice for somebody who's listening, a mom especially, maybe a mom who's like a little tapped out of the network because she took time off or whatever it might be, right? She was momming, but wants to come back into the scene. Like I said, whether it's being an entrepreneur, whether it's getting her name out there, building a brand. How does Yvonne go about like creating relationships and maintaining them?
Yeah.
Without networking, like full on, like put, you know, my little briefcase and my little, like
without networking. Well, networking is pivotal. I think
without using the word networking more like that. You know what I'm saying?
Okay, I mean, for me, I am a talker. I will greet you when I'm walking into the grocery store. Like I'll speak to the register. I'll speak to someone in an elevator. I'm a people person.
For sure.
So I think for me, what I would say is just go out there, get out of your comfort zone. We're in a whole new year. This is the beginning of the year. This is the perfect time for you to, you know, shed a little bit of that, not embarrassment, but maybe some of that shyness that we might have, and go out there, bet on yourself. There's so many people who are actually out here wanting to help other people succeed also. I know that I can't do everything, but I know someone who can help. Yeah. So speak to people, introduce yourselves, tell them your goals, maybe ask ask if they have any goals that you can help meet also. So I think people don't ask those type of questions, but I am one to, if I'm meeting a brand marketer or I'm meeting a friend, it's how can I help? And you know what I do, or let me teach you what I do. And now how can I help? I'm always about service also. And I probably grew into that as I got older. But yeah, I'm very much a how can I help you person? How can I help you help me type person?
100%.
So
I also
get out there.
Oh, 100%. I mean, you have to, right? You got to put yourself out there. I know it's so easier said than done, especially if maybe that's like not your style, but I think you nailed it. I also feel like you've created a space like your summit where, and that's what I meant by networking, where it's like people think of that term like, oh, I don't want to go into a room with 100 people with a briefcase and a suit. It's not that.
In your cards, no. Well, Spoiled Latina Summit for sure isn't that.
No. From what I've seen, no. It's actually, it's such a dope event. The way you designed it is so cool.
It is, yeah. So I think I designed it with like me in mind. Like I don't like the stuffy conferences. I don't like the cliquish, I don't like that. And I think that people know that about me. So I make the space inclusive and I make it to where, if you want to bring your business cards, great, but let's follow each other on social. Like, let's follow up. And that's why I said right now earlier, like the follow up is where the transaction happens, because a lot of people want to transact immediately. Yeah. But you have to build a relationship. You have to find things that are in common. Let's go out to have drinks first. Let's learn about each other. But yeah, Spoiled Latina Summit isn't that. It's an amazing space. I've hosted 3,000 women have come in through the door in the last 10 years. Over 300 speakers who, a lot of them, it's their first time ever speaking at a conference, So I think I love that I'm able to share my space and platform for them to actually share their story. But it's such a fun event. There's so much community built, so many amazing wins that come out of it. Not just for me, but like for everyone there. They make friends and then they work together and then there's collabs and then there's this. And I'm just like, oh, so cute. I love it. Yeah. No, Spoiled Latina Summit is special. Yeah.
100%. I know. I need to get my butt to the next one and dive into that.
Yes.
For sure.
Well, I also want to take it on the road. So Chicago is definitely like somewhere that I do want to go to. I do want to go to LA. I do want to go to Miami. There's Spoiled Latinas everywhere. And if I can just connect with them and like build and learn their community and mix our communities together, I think that would be really nice. So I'm going soon.
Yes, well, I'll be here. So you call me. I'll be there.
I sure will.
I love it. So on top of all of this, being a mom, right? I kind of have to ask, and I'm really curious, how did you build your brand and find the time, the resources, the effort to kind of do that, right, while being a mom? Because we all know, like, those two worlds are difficult to manage, but you seem to have done it really well. And I think a lot of times we kind of struggle with that.
For me, honestly, my husband is an entrepreneur also, and I was always behind the scenes for him. And so when I got the opportunity to work for Hennessy, my son was 3 years old. Wow. So it was like, hey, do I really want to pass up this opportunity I just didn't want to regret it, regret not taking advantage of it. And my husband was so good about, go ahead. Like, he still to this day takes the lead on all of the morning transactions that we do at home, like the breakfast, the getting my son to school. And that started at 3 when he was 3. He's 16 now. So for the last 13 years, my husband has like stepped up. So honestly, it's not like not everyone probably has this, but he is really good. So I think I definitely credit him for giving me the opportunity, the space to be myself.
100%.
Yeah, because I don't think being married to a Mexican, that would have happened. And then my husband lets me do what I want. But it's todo con medida, like, as long as I'm not out late. Like, obviously my job with Hennessy, I was out like early mornings, late nights. I was late nights. Like, I had to be out hosting clubs, things. Later on, I definitely, like, once I left there, I was doing my 2 years on my own. And then I got hired by another spirits brand. And then after that, I did that for 1 year just to learn the business, because I did work under the Combs Enterprises. So I worked for Diddy for 1 year just to learn that business, like how it was to work for him. It wasn't my style. So I quit that. And then I just took full-time Spoiled Latina. Since 2017, I've just kind of been full-time on my own. But yeah, I think like having the people around you, your village, having my husband, my friends that I can lean on if he wasn't available to drop my son off. I think that, like, my people around me wanting to see me succeed kind of helped. So
100%.
Even though it was a struggle, but yeah.
Yes, 100%.
Adulting is ghetto sometimes, okay?
It is. Sometimes I'm like thinking back. Oh my God, I used to, like, back in the day when I used to go out, I hang out with the Hennessy people. So, like, you guys were a lot of fun. I'll say that.
Oh my gosh, who was our Hennessy? Ruben. And
that is my guy. Ruben my guy.
Trejo?
He's my fake husband. My fake cousin.
Oh my God,
that's my cousin. Boy. I love him. I know. Shout out to Ruben. I think he just added me back on Facebook, or he made him. I know.
That's my boy.
One. Yeah. And then we have, he might not be in the Latin side, but it's Tone Capone. I think he's
Tone Capone.
Yeah. So he's my coworker techally.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yes.
He works at GCI.
I'll be seeing them soon. I think they're coming to Houston soon. So.
Oh, fun.
Well, not Ruben, but Tone for sure.
Tone, yeah.
Small world.
I know. I was like,
So what they did, I did. Imagine a woman doing all of that. It's a lot. And then having to be a mom and wife. Yeah.
But that's so cool, though, to me, because I always feel that I'm going to be so honest and, like, don't come at me. But if you're going to come at me, it's fine. I just feel like people think, oh, you're a wife, you're a mother, and that's it. Or, like, you can't go out or have a good time.
I'm a friend. I'm a boss. Like, I'm all the things. And we deserve to be all the things that we want to be in this one lifetime that we have.
And
like,
let
me be.
Yes, exactly.
Like my mom says, déjame vivir.
I know. Like, but for real. No, I get that.
For real.
So you give, like, moms, like, a really cool name. So I love that about you, too.
Spoil yourselves, moms. We deserve it.
We do. So I kind of wanted to ask, too, like, about the behind the scenes kind of operations of everything you're doing. What are some skills that you felt, and I feel like there might be several, but what are some skills that you had to teach yourself as you elevated, right, through your brand?
I think consistency, I think quality versus consistency. Quality and consistency is, I think, for me. I was in the beginning, I wanted to post everything and I wanted to share everything. I go back and I'm like, oh my God, I posted that. Delete. Like, there's so many things that I was kind of oversharing. So I think now I know just to be more mindful of what I share. My network, that's another thing that I learned, like, that was super valuable, was my network, because you just never know when you're going to work with someone. It could be 1 year, 2 years, 5 years, 10, but they'll always come back. If you have that, people always want to work with people they like. So I think being likable is something that I also had to, well, I mean, I've always been likable, but, just kind of staying positive and remain friends with different people in different worlds. I think that's been something that's helped me. I don't know, being authentic. And I hate saying that, but I think being true to who I am, not changing up who Spoiled Latina was, not changing Spoiled Latina, the name, even when I was asked to, like, oh, Spoiled Latinas they don't even belong. Like, there's not even a thing. I heard this from a man in radio and TV one time told me to change my name Spoiled Latina because Latinas don't spoil themselves. Wow. And I thought that was just so rude. I'm like, here you are, a Mexican man. Probably, I'm sure you have a mom, like, pobrecita, but yeah, no. So I just believing in myself. I think that, so nothing like tangible, like not a phone, getting the best lighting. It was more for me is just learning the tricks in the trade, meeting people, helping however I can. I'm a connector in real life. Like, I'm a connector. Today I sent 2 emails introducing 4 different women, 2 to 2. I mean, and these are big deals, like global brands with this. And, so I do a lot of stuff that people don't know, where I put people on. I do a lot of that. And there's no reason for me to, boast about it, but I do a lot of that. Absolutely. And I think that kind of is rewarding, silently rewards that karma comes back somehow. So yeah.
100%. What you remind me of is I always say, like, there's people in this world that I like, and there's a couple of them. And weirdly, my father-in-law is one of them, my suegro. Like, I always tell him, like, because, okay, they say that men marry women like their mothers, right? That, again, like old tale, wives' tale, whatever. I tell my husband, I'm like, you married a woman like your dad, right? Like, I'm your dad. Like, I always talk with him and say that because I'm like, we have like the hustler mentality. Like, I literally am his father. So I always joke with him about that. But I've told my father-in-law, I'm like, you remind me of me and stuff. And I think you kind of fall into this category with us. And I feel like you can work any room. Like, I could put you in a room, and I'm going to be so like, I'm going to do 2 different rooms right now. I could put you in a room with like a bunch of lawyers, attorneys, Harvard grads, and I could put you in a room with gangbangers, and you're gonna work both rooms.
And I'll be like, "What's up?" And then I'll be like, "How you doing?" Yes,
you know how to like talk.
And exactly. I do, and I think in real life, that's that is what I do. Like, so I recently just got hired as a consultant for NRG Stadium, NRG Park, which is where the Houston Texans play, and like that's where FIFA's gonna happen. It's an amazing venue space, like it's huge, and the opportunity came random, super random. It was aligned. I felt like opportunity met preparation, and it just happened. But I work for the county, so I am around, lawyers, city commissioners, attorneys, just super blue collar, and I'm not that. I'm just your everyday girl who loves this, but I can be in the room. So I think I can be in the room with the gangsters and over here with
me and my little room descriptions, but I'm like, I feel like that's such a skill.
It's so true.
If you can nail like different rooms,
and I can,
I feel like then you could really like elevate yourself, your brand, whatever it is that you're doing. So that's a skill, and I think you definitely have it.
Yeah, a lot of people don't have it. I know. So thank you, God, for that.
Of course. So agreed. So now I have a question about when it comes to being choosy or picking, right, what you're going to do next. So when it comes to any opportunity, right, what is like kind of your process for choosing partnerships or whatever it might be? How does that work for you?
So for me, as long as it's aligned with the values of the brand, of empowering, of mentoring, of being resourceful, of community driven. I love putting people in a room together.
Yeah.
I don't know why. I don't know if it came from the Hennessy days or like my mom having just events all the time when I was younger, but I love a community. Mm-hmm. So I think when I look into that is like, what are we going to do for everyone else? There's so many other women I want to introduce to each other. Like, what can we do? So I think that is also, and for some reason I kind of gravitate to those brands, and I work with a lot of them, but there's still obviously chingos that I want to work with. But yeah, I think that's for me is like, what if they align with the values and if they want to see us grow as well.
And how do you handle the difficult conversations, if there are any that come your way, whether it's like the negotiating part, the part that like typically we don't like to do, especially like me, I'm not confrontational in that way, but I
Yeah.
know my worth. And a lot of moms listening are the same. We're always told to like be grateful, be happy, all these things, but it's like, no, we need to know our worth.
Yeah.
do.
I like to ask questions. So if I receive a no, I ask why. And sometimes people get shocked that I ask why, but I want to know, how can I get that no to be a yes? So if I figure it out, I think everything can be figured out. I'm a figure outable kind of girl.
Said that recently. I saw that.
Yeah.
Yeah. And so you were speaking somewhere and you were talking about that.
Everything is figure outable, you know, just recently I was at a friend's who, long story short, I figured it out. We figured it out. And it was a great outcome. But I think that's really in essence is like how I get my brand deals is like we align. Yeah. So, and a lot of times the people that I'm working with already know, like I've already done this for such a long time. I build a great rapport. Mm-hmm. People do want to work with me now, you know?
Absolutely.
Or when they finally meet me, they're like, oh, I've been wanting to meet you. Like, let's work. But I'm like, girl, you could have called me if you wanted to meet me. Or if you wanted to work with me, you should have been called. But no.
I love that.
I just gotta let timing do its thing.
I agree. But you also feel like you've grown the brand though. So like that.
Like it doesn't come. Yeah. Like people are not going to work with me if I didn't put in the work. When I brought Becky G in 2021 to my summit, I started the summit in 2016, 17, 18, 19, 21. I had 5 years under my belt. She saw the name. She saw what we did. She gave me the opportunity to be here. To be at my event. And again, it takes putting in the work so people can see, you know, that you're just not a one pop-up event. I don't know. But yeah, I think it takes experience.
I 100% agree with that.
Yeah.
Because we forget that. I do too. I'm guilty of it. I'm not going to act perfect. I'll go to like someone's page. Because I also do a summit in Chicago too, which you and I are talking offline about. I did it last year and it's the Mommy Collective Summit. It was our 1 year anniversary and it was so good. And now I'm bringing it back for year 2.
Good.
But, I'm in that place though where I'm just like, well, like it's a lot of work. So girl, I don't know how you did this so many times and successfully. It's a lot of work. But yeah, no, I feel like I gotta prove myself in that space too because I'm new and I understand that, you know?
Yeah, and I get it because there's so many events happening here and they want to, not that they want to one up me, they want to one up themselves. Mm-hmm. I get it. But it's like, guys, you can't expect to get $20,000, $30,000 off of a brand. Like they really need to see, just like you're going out for the top dogs, those top dogs are looking for the top dogs too in the other spaces. So I understand people get frustrated. They see other people and they compare and, you know, what's the difference? The difference is the experience for me. Like at the end of the day, what I've done is totally different than what other people have done. So they can replicate it, but the sauce is different, girl. Like, you know, like with your stuff, it's different.
And I'm okay with that.
And you make it different. Yeah. You're the one running your own ship. So make it stand out, you know?
That was my next question, actually. So I want to dive into that's perfect. As far as like what makes people feel, or women in your case, for Latinas especially, like to feel inspired, to feel like safe, like all these things to show up. Because I feel like a lot of times, again, I'm new to this. I'm only year 2, so I'm talking to the expert right now. But like truly, like my biggest thing sometimes, like how do I get these asses in seats? Like truly, I'm like, I want to make sure people come out and have a good time. And like my little Facebook posts or Instagram posts only go so far. So I'm like, A, how do I market it? But number 2, and this is for a lot of people too listening, because a lot of people I find are going into the event space with whatever they're doing, whether it is a summit or just like a 20% event, because I do those as well too.
I just had one,
Yes, and those are so powerful as well. So
Loved it.
I love all this. If you want to like really network and get to know people, those are great spaces to be in. But how do you get people to feel confident and good to show up?
I think, I don't know. I surprise myself sometimes.
I love it.
I do. Because sometimes, I'm a woman and sometimes we do doubt ourselves and it's just a natural part of the game. We're going to have our high days and our low days. And sometimes I recently had my first branding workshop, never done one before. I've had the summit. I've shared my story, but it wasn't like in this level. And when people showed up, and there was a lot of people that I had never met.
Wow.
And I thought that was really nice too, because it was a whole different group of girls that I've never met and they were coming in. But I think it's just me and my personality, making people feel welcome. I have a little bit of jokester in me, so I'll throw out some whatever comes out of my mind, because I am a little witty sometimes. But yeah, just making people feel comfortable, making them feel seen, adding value to what they need. Not everybody, one is an influencer. There's flower shop owners, there's charcuterie boards, there's realtors that came to the event also. So just knowing that you can add some kind of value and they walk out with something and be a friend, at the end of the day. I've never been like a stuck up, like what is a stuck up girl? Yeah, I'm popular on Instagram, but I would never be like that in real life. Like I'm just not that type of girl. So I think making people feel comfortable, valued, sharing that you have things to share. So for the Mommy Collective, make it about moms, make it about a self-care day. Don't bring the kids. We don't want to see them.
No,
no,
not today.
like more just, and I think the Mommy Collective could be something similar to that, where it's a day of just like pampering, of meeting other moms and knowing that you're not alone while you're battling depression and all of the things. It's so hard, having a kid. It's like your body changes, your mentality changes. I feel like sometimes your personality changes, how you talk to your man changes. There's just so many things that happen once we become a different person.
Yeah.
But not letting go of your identity, I think, is a big deal. Like, you're still you at the end of the day. So don't lose sight of it. Yeah. But they'll come, girl. Just keep pushing.
Yes.
Also collaborating with different people, with other people, other moms.
Yep.
And whoever you're highlighting, like making sure that they share it as well. And yeah. Incentives.
Yes. 100%. Even last year, like what you said is true though. Like I surprised myself because like I was like, oh, this and that, no one's coming. They came. That was a blessing. But now I guess I'm year 2. So now I'm like, now how do I outdo myself? That's
the thing. Yeah. I always try to outdo myself. And I'm like, that's why I said, I'm not trying to outdo anyone else but myself.
That's right.
Keep going bigger and bigger. But honestly, girl, don't think about, so as an experienced event person in this big space with like over 300 women who show up, go for quality versus quantity.
Yeah.
So just make sure that you have a good quality topics, good quality like takeaways, because at the end of the day, that's what matters, and the experience and like the vibe. I used to spend shitloads of money on my conferences, like over $100,000, and at the end of the day, the network and the community value, like it's more valuable than like all of the other extra stuff that I purchased to make it look pretty.
100%.
So,
also, whoever's listening,
just focus on the quality of the people.
I love it. And whoever's listening, like, I hope you're taking notes, because I feel like if I was,
and I hope that I'm helping.
No, you are. You totally are. If I was to like book you to be a lot of a consultation, like I'm sure like it's gonna be pricey. So I really hope every mom listening is truly taking something away from this, because we have a lot of entrepreneurs, of course.
Yes.
Moms who are in the influencer space, even moms who are 9 to 5 who are trying to figure out something else. So this is great.
And we're all trying to figure it out, just do things that make you happy and that fill your cup.
100%. Was there a moment for you that you can remember that kind of made you stop doing something that like had then helped you level up? I know you mentioned Hennessy. Once that took off, that's when Spoiled Latina took off more and things kind of just started going up. But did you ever have to like stop something, whether that was like, I don't know, stop talking to certain people or just stop, I don't know, like working at a spot? You know what I mean? Like, do you have to cold turkey something to elevate?
Yeah, sometimes you have to. I've had different teams in my 10 years of working the summit. I've had different teams help me at different levels in different years. I think, I've had to pause on hiring the same people, or there's a lot of things that happen behind the scenes that people don't see, but having the right team helps you grow. So if that team isn't like on the same wavelength, then it's just not going to happen. Like it's not going to go well. So I think I've had to pause on like the people that I work with who I thought had my back and had the overall vision of the summit. Like I just want people to work in excellence, and I wasn't getting that. So I've had to pause on like the people who I've worked with. Yes. It's hard
Fair, yeah.
sometimes doing that. But at the end of the day, like, this is my business and I have to take care of it. And in order for it to succeed, I just need to remove people from my life, you know? I mean, we all have that.
We all have it.
So I pray a lot and just make sure that whatever my decisions are going to be like okay and that I have peace. And it hurts sometimes losing people and losing friendships and people who do you wrong. I mean, there's been a lot of different things that have happened as an entrepreneur, but it's okay. I find it rewarding when God blesses me in front of my enemies. And so I always have that mentality of like, I don't have to get people back. I don't have to do anything. And I never speak up. Nunca digo like, oh, so-and-so did this. I just never do. I kind of let God handle it. And he does. He's on my side sometimes.
No, that's the best. Yeah. That's the best thing to do.
Yeah. Yeah. But yeah, I've had to pause, take a step back, pivot. Okay, I'm not going to do it this way. I'm going to do it this way. I'm going to do it with these people, not with these. I'm not going to, do it at this event hall or I'm going to do it somewhere else. So yeah, you just got to go with the punches. There's no rule book in life. So we just got to go with whatever feels good for us.
100% agree.
Yeah.
It's real. I mean, that's
it is real. It sucks.
It sucks.
When you have to go through that.
Yeah.
Because you do really trust in people and hope that, and then pay and do all of the things. And then you're just like, girl, like, what did you do? Like, why? So it sucks. But yeah, but I'm a firm believer that things happen for a reason. I think people are in your life for a season, a reason, or and that's just how it is. So it is what it is. Como dice Mr. Quintanilla.
Yes. Oh, yeah. That's very true. That's very true. So I kind of want to dive into legacy on a lighter note, but a more powerful note for you, because I always am curious. So with people who are in like the creative space and like where things are going to go, but what do you want the term, right, the word Spoiled Latina to mean to you, to the community in the next 5 years? Like, where do you see
the
same?
Yeah, I want it to be the same. I want it to be, so I've always had to fight for the word Spoiled Latina. The word spoiled already. Hey, my dog. The word spoiled is already like a negative word. People think as like, well, even when I had Becky G, when she said she first heard Spoiled Latina, she's like, ¿Quién se cree Spoiled Latina? And I'm like, girl, but she finally understood, like she did understand what it meant. Like, us Latinas, we do need to spoil ourselves. So I do want more people to know that they can take care of themselves, that we do deserve to pour into ourselves before we pour out into others, that we are valuable, so have some self-respect, have some self-care. So yeah, Spoiled Latinas are badass. Spoiled Latinas are go-getters. Spoiled Latinas are friendly. We're not into that. I think real bad bitches are nice. So yeah, but yeah, that's what I want people to know is like, it's okay to spoil yourself and be one. Life is short. That's the motto. Life is short. Spoil yourself. So I don't want anything to change. I just want it to grow.
To grow?
For sure.
I love it, period. So you said you had a 16-year-old son. So that means very soon he'll be going
He just walked in.
Just walked in.
He's probably going to walk in from school. Hi.
I love it. He's like, what are you doing, Mom?
He's like, yes.
What do you feel? I mean, like, what are the plans? Are we going to do college? Is he going to dive into like entrepreneurship? Do we know? Is he going to follow your
So we'd love for him to go to college. Obviously, he wants to be a musician, so he does want to dive into the music side, and it's perfect because my husband has a music business. We've always been like entrepreneurs and creatives here at home, so he's never really seen the polished, go to school, but we do it, instill education in him. So if he wants to go to school, we're totally for it. If he doesn't, then he needs to get his ass to work and do something. But
get your ass up and work.
Yeah, I don't know. He doesn't even need to get a job right now. No. Like some of my friends are like, he needs to get a job. I'm like, no, my husband doesn't want him to have a job. Like, we want him to focus on school right now. So
that's wonderful.
But yeah, he's 16, girl, and I cry. And I don't know how I'm going to do it.
That's so beautiful. I love seeing this. I feel like, again, inspirational. Like you have a 16-year-old and you've been doing this since he was 3. Like that's something to be so proud of. Many reasons.
I know.
We're both like
that's all he's seen.
Yeah.
I remember when I had a video of him, I was recording him and he's like, I'm Yvonne. He was mimicking me, talking about, I'm Yvonne with Hennessy and I do Hennessy at night. And I just thought it was the cutest thing. But yeah, he's seen it all.
That's incredible. He has.
But it's been good, like having him see like what I do, and then he also has opportunities too. Like I've had so many. He's lived a little life, so
I'm sure. He's get some of the perks too, for being honest.
He has gotten the perks. He met Bad Bunny, French Montana, like those. He's met a lot of people.
Oh, I love that.
So now nothing phases him. He's like, I already met Drake, Mom. I'm good. I'm like, fine.
Oh, I love it. He has two great role models too, so I love it for him. No, he does. I mean, if he's gonna go into entrepreneurship, whatever it might be, he's got first of all, an amazing network to tap into, but then he's also got great role models. Starts at home.
Yes, yes. And we want the best for him. So whatever he chooses, we'll be there to guide him.
That is so exciting. Yeah. What do you feel is next for you? I know that's a loaded question. What is next for you? When is the summit back? Give us the tea.
Okay, so the summit will be back this year. Like I said, I'm consulting for Energy Park, the stadium, and one thing that I will say that the summit will happen at Energy Park this year. Super excited about that.
Yes.
So that's T. However, we don't have a date yet. So kind of just working on the dates because there's also football season coming back in season during that time. And FIFA is ending in July. And I usually have it in July. So it'll probably be August, September. But just know that it's going to be bigger and better. We have an amazing space. It's going to be here in Houston. This year was supposed to be a year for me to travel, but I also asked God last year to help me. So I feel like Yvonne has done a lot of things, and like Yvonne built Spoiled Latina, and Yvonne still has things that she wants to do. So last year I did ask God, I'm like, hey, I really want people to know me as Yvonne, you know, and I don't know how that happened, but I ended up getting a job. So now like everybody calls me Yvonne. But yeah, like, so I think that it's a loaded question. I love what I'm doing over there. But I just really wish that Spoiled Latina does grow, that we end up going on tour, that we partner with brands who still consider us valuable, and that, yeah, that's pretty it. And that I do it. My son grows up to be an amazing kid and musician, and we'll go on tour. Just kidding.
Love it.
But yeah, I don't know. I'm sorry. I don't know what I want in tomorrow.
And I knew you were going to say that because you like... Again, people who wear so many hats, sometimes they're like, I'm just focused on the next 4 hours.
I'm just focused on tomorrow.
I'm going to worry about that tomorrow. Yep. I completely understand. I work by my calendar. My husband's like, oh, this is Friday. Why didn't you tell me? I'm like, bro, it's Monday. I'm not there yet. Like, I'm not mentally there.
So I get it. Like, it's not even there. Yeah, my son will ask me, what am I doing for my birthday? And I'm like, dude, your birthday's in January. We're in February right now. Like, you're already asking for next year. Yeah, no, I'm just day by day. I literally live my life day by day. I do have a calendar, of course, and I try not to overschedule. But other than that, I'm just trying to take opportunities as they come, not doing the most, just whatever lands and whatever fits. It's got in God's timing. So, yeah.
Amazing. Well, Yvonne, thank you so much for being here with us.
No, thank you.
I'm excited to, share this story with everybody. Thank you for being so transparent.
Thank you.
I just love the honesty.
Giving me that energy. So yes.
Thank you. Of course. What's your Instagram handle? Anywhere we could follow you and keep up with you?
Yeah. So my personal is at Spoiled Latina on all platforms. TikTok, it's the Spoiled Latina because I couldn't remember my password. What else? My nonprofit is Jefita Atrevida. Definitely follow us there. And then the summit. All of you are more than welcome to come to Texas in September, hopefully in September, and Spoiled Latina Summit for all of that information. Yeah.
Awesome.
So we'll see who's our keynote this year.
Oh, exciting. Yes. Keep up with on your Instagram. I think you announced that you do a whole rollout. So we're going to keep an eye out.
Yes.
It's exciting. Well, Yvonne, thank you so much for being here.
I appreciate you.
Anna Rodney is the owner and founder of Chicago Family Doulas and Birth and Baby University. Chicago Family Doulas provides trusted expert support through pregnancy, birth, and postpartum. They offer in-person and virtual classes, birth doulas, and postpartum doulas. They provide live-in newborn care as well as daytime and overnight newborn care and support. Families feel cared for and are never alone on their journey. Birth and Baby University offers fully online evidence-based classes that prepare you for your childbirth, baby care, breastfeeding, and beyond, all at your own pace. Feel confident, supported, and empowered every step of the way. Trusted by thousands of families. Connect with them today at hello@chicagofamilydoulas.com and get the expert support you deserve. Pinch is a concierge med spa that brings treatments like Botox, chemical peels, and microneedling straight to your door because self-care should work around your life, not the other way around. Their board-certified nurse practitioners deliver medical-grade results, minus the med spa waiting room. Book solo or with friends, they call that a pinch party. Whether it's just you or a whole crew, it's expert care delivered your way. Visit bookpinched.com now. Red Barrel has always been a place where families come together, and that tradition continues under the care of brothers Luis and Carlos Vasquez. Once a beloved neighborhood landmark, the restaurant was brought back to life when the brothers purchased and restored it in 2017, determined to preserve its legacy for the community. Drawing from their own journey, starting out in Chicago with humble beginnings and building a successful construction company, they poured the same dedication into creating a restaurant that feels like home. Today, Red Barrel offers a warm, family-oriented atmosphere, serving a menu that blends Italian, American, and Mexican flavors while giving neighbors a place to celebrate, connect, and make lasting memories. Be sure to check them out in the Archer Heights neighborhood. Vacation with Melissa is your full-service travel agency specializing in all-inclusive resorts and destination events. They create seamless, stress-free vacations for families, couples, and groups, handling every detail so you can simply enjoy. Vacation with Melissa also offers education programs and career opportunities in the travel industry, helping others turn their passion for travel into a rewarding career. Whether you're ready to book your dream getaway or start your journey as a travel professional, they're here to help every step of the way. Visit vacationwithmelissa.com or find them on Instagram at Vacation with Melissa LLC.